Welcome to Rasslin with Racism. Welcome to Rasslin with Racism, where we wrestle with racism every single day of our lives. If you are an American Negro and you are not subscribed to Rasslin with Racism, check out the other content. And if it hits you to the core, subscribe and share with every single American Negro that you know, whether they are wrestling fans or not. You may also find Wrestling with Racism on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Fanbase, Spotify, Rumble, and at Nine Crackers at Al on Twitter X, where you can find more white truths. I'm literally up here just to test this out. This is my first time doing a live using StreamYard, and I just want to test certain things out real quick. So, in the process, I'm going to ask one simple question. If it isn't racism, then why aren't American Negroes being represented properly in professional wrestling and consistently in professional wrestling? White folk would use the excuse that Naomi is the WWE Women's World Champion, and that is true. And the problem is, in order to bring one American Negro up, you have to bring two or more down. In the case of the New Day and the Street Profits, in order for them to obtain the WWE Tag Team Championship, Naomi and Bianca had to drop their championship, and Bianca had to lose racially at WrestleMania, as Naomi had to as well, along with getting her ass whooped week after week by a Jamaican woman. Speaking of a Jamaican woman, tomorrow I will be debuting a throwback. The death of Bobby Lashley. Actually, that's not going to be the title. It's the deadly sin of Bobby Lashley. It's a throwback from a very important episode that I recorded in November. Bobby Lashley committed a sin once he sat down and told the world that he wanted to erase blackness. Problem with that is he's speaking from a brown man's experience. It is very important for each and every single American Negro to tune into this edition, as it is going to stay in line with what we have been discussing recently as far as the importance of delineation. To prepare you for tomorrow's edition, it is important for you all to go tune into the importance of delineation and the dangers of not delineating in the playlist. This is going to be part one of a two-part series. What may seem as satire is actually very, very serious. And I encourage all American Negroes to tune into tomorrow's edition, which will be premiering at 4 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Part two of that series will be available Wednesday or Thursday. I will keep everyone updated as the time goes by. Wrestling with Racism is currently on hiatus, and we will return on August 3rd, August 2nd, August 3rd, whenever the hell SummerSlam is. We're going to be viewing SummerSlam live, which is actually the reason for this tester here right now. We may end up doing Wrestling with Racism live on YouTube for American Negroes to join if they want and possibly join into the conversation, so long as you come up with sense. One of the main reasons as to why we are on hiatus is because we wrestle with racism every single day. And from time to time, we need a break. This is a very frustrating topic to do every single week, as there is no progression with American Negroes in professional wrestling week after week. And American Negroes are sitting back accepting this week after week. So therefore, we're almost at the point of throwing our hands in the air. At the same time, we are at the point of progressing into different statures, greater areas, more detail on that in the weeks and months to come as Wrestling with Racism is going to do an overall oh shit the the fuck ups of being live. We're going to do an overall renovation of Wrestling with Racism over the next few months, including taking all of our content off of YouTube. I would, like I said, I will discuss this as the weeks and months come ahead. I want to thank each and every single American Negro for tuning in to our program. Wrestling with Racism, the members of Wrestling with Racism is dedicated to ensure that all American Negroes receive freedom, justice, and equality in the sport in which we all love and admire so dearly, even if it has to go to extreme measures, as we have utilized every measure in the book over the past 170 years. With that being said, Wrestling with Racism would like to wish you all a great week, and we will return on August 2nd with a new edition of Wrestling with Racism. In the meantime, take care of yourself as an individual and protect one another as family. As our ancestor, Frankie Beverly, stated plainly, we are one. And that's the way it is.